Good day everyone. So for today's video, we are going to discuss the assigned topic, which is the theories and factors affecting motivation. Inside the classroom, there are different factors affecting motivation of students to the facilitation of learning. In order to know these factors, there are sub-theories on the sources of intrinsic motivation. These include the following: attribution theory, the efficacy theory, self-determination and self-regulation theory, choice theory, goal theory, and Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
I will be discussing the attribution theory. So first thing we should know is what is attribution. Attribution is a term used in psychology which deals with how individuals perceive the causes of everyday experience as being either internal or external. Models to explain this process are called attribution theory. Furthermore, attribution theory explains that we attribute our success or failures or other events to several factors. These attributions differ from one another in three ways: locus, second is stability, and third is controllability. So first is locus. Locus has two attributes, internal and external. Internal or dispositional attribute refers to the process of assigning the cause of behavior to some internal characteristics, like ability and motivation, rather than to outside forces. While external or situational attributes refer to interpreting someone's behavior as being caused by the individual's environment. Second is stability. It has two parts, stable and unstable. Stable attribution infer that an event or behavior is stable or something that cannot change, while unstable infer that an event or behavior is due to unstable factors or something that can change. Third is controllability. It has two parts, which is controllable and uncontrollable. For example, if a student claims his poor academic performance is due to his teacher's ineffective learning strategy, he attributes his poor performance to a factor beyond his control. If, however, your student admits that his poor performance is due to his poor study habits and low motivation, he attributes the event to factors which are very much within his control. So, how attributes affect motivation? Motivation tends to increase when students attribute failure to lack of effort because effort can be controlled. It tends to decrease when students attribute failure to the controllable cause. Sum it all, attribution theory is all about the individuals envision the success or failure of their own behavior or behaviors of the others, and learners tend to explain based upon the three dimensions, which are the internal or external, the second is the stable or unstable, and the third one is the controllable or uncontrollable.
What is self-efficacy theory? Self-efficacy theory is one of the theories on factors affecting motivation. A sense of high self-efficacy means a high sense of competence. Self-efficacy is the belief that one has the necessary capabilities to perform a task, fulfill rule expectations, or meet a challenging situation successfully. For example, when your students believe that they have the ability to perform learning activities successfully, they are more likely to be intrinsically motivated to do such learning activities. The secret, therefore, to enhancing intrinsic motivation is enhancing our students' sense of self-efficacy. Students are more likely to be intrinsically motivated when they believe they can determine their learning goals and regulate their learning. Social cognitive theories identified several self-efficacy enhancing strategies. First, make sure students master the basic skills. Second, help them make noticeable progress on difficult tasks. Third, communicate confidence in students' abilities through words and actions. And the last is expose them to successful peers. Other recommendations from motivation theorists are: first, provide competence promoting feedback. Second, promote mastery on challenging tasks. Third, promote self-comparison rather than comparison with others. And the last is, be sure errors occur within an overall context of success.
Self-determination and self-regulation. Students are intrinsically motivated when they have a sense of self-determination, when they believe they have some choice and control regarding the things they do and the directions their lives take. A student's sense of self-determination is demonstrated in his capacity for self-regulation. Self-regulation. So self-regulation refers to a person's ability to master himself. So what are the indicators of self-regulation? They are the abilities to set standards for oneself, monitor and evaluate one's own behavior against such standards, and lastly, impose consequences on oneself for one's successes or failures. So how does self-regulation relate to motivation? According to Armbrad 2004, a student who is capable of self-regulation is not only capable of regulating his behavior, but he is also capable of regulating his own learning. So Armbrad cites the following process involved in self-regulated learning. So first, we have goal setting. Second is planning. Third one is attention control. The fourth one is application of learning strategies. The fifth one is self-monitoring. And lastly, self-evaluation.
So now in my part, I will tackle about the choice theory. Glasser's choice theory and 10 axioms of choice theory, and so on and so far. Dr. William Glasser, born in 1925 at Cleveland, Ohio. He is a psychiatrist, author, founded the William Glasser Institute, developed reality, therapy, and choice theory. So now, what is choice theory? The choice theory is biological theory that suggests that are born with specific needs that we are genetically instructed to satisfy. All of our behavior represent our best at 10 at any moment to satisfy our basic needs of a genetic instruction. An explanation of human behavior, Dr. Glasser explains not all we do all our lives is behave, and that we choose our behavior in an attempt to meet one or more of the 5 basic human needs that are built into our genetic structure. Student behavior is determined by students' choice, not teacher control. Choice theory. Students will not willingly engage in schoolwork unless it offers interesting activities to meet their basic needs for security. We have 4 basic psychological needs that must be satisfied to be emotionally healthy. First is belonging or connecting. Second is power or competence. Third, freedom. And last is fun. Belonging or connecting. The need of belonging or connecting motivates us to develop relationship and cooperate with others. Without the need for belonging and cooperating, we would only strive to be independent. The need for power is more than just a drive, the dominate. Power. Success, acknowledgement from others, achievement. Power is gained through competence, achievement, and mastery. Our genetic instruction is to achieve, to be recognized for accomplishments. Freedom, to have choices and control in. To have choices and control in our life. Freedom. Next is fun. Laughter, the genetic reward for learning. So now, let us discuss the 10 axioms of choice theory. The only person whose behavior we can control is our own. All we can give another person is information. all long-lasting psychological problems are relationship problems. The problem relationship is always part of our present life. What happened in the past has everything to do with what we are today. But we can only satisfy our basic needs right now and plan to continue satisfying them in the future. We can only satisfy our needs by satisfying the pictures in our quality world. All we do is behave. All behavior is total behavior and is made up of 4 components: acting, thinking, feeling, and psychology. All total behavior is chosen, but we only have direct control over the acting and thinking components. We can only control our feeling and physiology indirectly through how we choose to act and think. All total behavior is designated by verbs and named by the part that is most recognizable. We cannot control anyone besides ourselves. We cannot make students do anything, but we can influence them to do things that lead to better behavior and increased success. According to William Glasser, we have the choice to choose. Thank you and God bless.